Hello, I'm Angelèr. Welcome to Angelèr's Angle, where I offer my opinion on popular topics in music, movies, television, entertainment, and anything I find interesting. Hope you enjoy. Like, share, and subscribe. Even if you don't agree with my angle, like, share, and subscribe. Episode 2 after the comments. Episode 2 after the intro. Yeah. All right.
We ain't finished yet.
Yeah. Welcome to Angelèr's Angle. I'm the one in the picture smiling. My thoughts are usually logical, but sometimes I be wildin'. Opinions on pop culture, music, flicks, and entertainment shouldn't be taken seriously. I'm just saying, more topics than the droplets of rain during the hurricane. To fill your brain with my frame of mind is my only aim. So come along and vibe with me. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to me. So come along and vibe with me. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to me. Yeah, nigga. Good morning, Angelèr. First off, I'd like to start off by giving a moment of silence to someone who came across my sphere in hip-hop. I'd like to give a moment of silence to PNB Rock. Shout out to the Breakfast Club, Foxy 99. As I was going to work, I got the news in the morning of the brother slain. And because I was not aware of the brother as much as the world knows this person, I realize now there was or is a song that he was on that I was unaware of, that it was him. The song with Kodak Black, Shed Too Many Tears. He's the brother on the hook. Also shout out to, I believe it's Drobatussin or the Drobatussin. The beginning of that mix was very ceremonial. It reminded me of, for some reason, it reminded me of military funerals for some reason. And honestly, it kind of brought back that roll call feeling for whatever reason. You repeating the the phrase, for some reason it felt like a roll call to me. And when they come to the brother's name, or when they come to that soldier's name in the roll call, or the soldiers plural, and just leave it at that. It just felt very ceremonial. Did an excellent job. Peace and strength and comfort to all the reflections of this human being and just human beings in general who have lost someone, but specifically to his reflection. I was listening to the Breakfast Club interview again because I was kind of driving late to work. I didn't pay attention quite well to the information that was given. To get to my angle, my question, or what I'd like to talk about is a continuing question to the Breakfast Club interview, DJ Envy's point of view, Charlemagne's point of view. As I was scrolling through YouTube this morning, I saw a quick post or a quick thumbnail from TMZ of this sister named Tamika Mallory. If I can fit it all in, basically the thumbnail says something about economic yada yada is the cause of all of this. And playing the Breakfast Club interview again, yes, Tamika Mallory says economics, poverty to blame for PNB Rock's murder, TMZ. Thinking about this statement along with the Breakfast Club interview, my question is, does a rising tide raise all ships? That will be the question here. Does a rising tide raise all ships? similar to some verse in the Bible of something about the rain, or the rain falls on the just and the unjust, or something, or sun shines on the just and the unjust. So my question is, because like I said, I don't know about the brother, I'm kind of just going to something that I'm kind of more familiar with. When the economic whatever rises, and I guess poverty is, just less of a thing, does the robberies also go up too? Not go up in number, but go up in the way that you're robbed, what you're robbed for. Now you have more money. Maybe I don't want your fucking chain. Now I'm gonna steal your house, or I'm gonna steal your boat or something, or instead of just shooting you for it, maybe I'll just whatever. Does all of that go up too? Does crime basically say, hey, I'm not as poor as I used to be. They're not as poor as they used to be. Do I shoot less now? Do I commit crimes less now? Or do now, instead of me trying to rob the person next, who's just a tad bit more richer than me, now that I'm even more richer, do I now try to rob the person who's 10 times more rich as me, or 20 or 100, 1,000? Basically, if I was a thousandaire, now I'm a millionaire, do I now try to commit crimes against billionaires and trillionaires and countries and shit? Does a rising tide raise all ships, good and bad? Do criminals find more innovative ways to commit crimes when they themselves also have better conditions? They have, I'm certain there's probably a fucking healthy criminal out there. I mean, this motherfucker is a vegan. Motherfucker don't drink cow's milk or none of that shit like that. Motherfucker exercises in the morning, gets up the crack of dawn, like, hey, I'm gonna commit crimes, but why the fuck should I not be healthy? I'm healthy and I rob people. This is not a laughing matter, but I truly wonder, do all things go up? One thing I can remember about economics was they would sometimes talk about certain things having an inverse relationship. When something goes up, something goes down. For instance, if price goes up, quantity might go down. You might not buy as much of something, Let's take it for instance. Yesterday was the Tuesday special day with the Popeyes. Usually, you just buy a whole bunch of Popeyes, the 9-piece special. Maybe you usually would buy 2 or 3, for your family. I'm not talking for me, but it goes up in price, and now you might just buy less. So does crime have an inverse, a truly, not a hypothetical, good conversation piece, inverse relationship? Because it's a good conversation piece to me to say that. I'm just being pessimistic and angry or whatever the fuck. But personally, I do not think crime has an inverse relationship to economics, to poverty or whatever. If poverty goes up, crime also goes up. If poverty goes down, crime also goes down. I don't truly think so. I think maybe the types of crimes get different. Maybe you might be less because you just take yourself out of the high crime place, but maybe some type of crime still finds you when you have more money. Or fuck that, when the criminal has more money. I wonder, does it truly have an inverse relationship? Or, which is what I think, just crimes are different. What crimes are committed by rich people, wealthy people? What crimes are committed by middle class people? You know, like habitually. You can put this on a stat thing or whatever, and hey, that crime, yeah, that was a middle class person. You know, what crimes do millionaires commit? What crimes do, you know, let's leave that alone, but what crimes do, and I mean, when I mean millionaires, I don't mean instant millionaires, I mean wealthy people. What crimes do wealthy people commit? Or, for that matter, what crimes do wealthy criminals commit? How about that? If that can even be, you know, maybe when you level up in your criminal list, you kind of back away from having your shit statted on. You know, you back away from being on the street, basically. So now your shit is more behind the wall, and you know, you might get one big ass fucking RICO case rather than a whole bunch of fucking small ass arrests. So your stats might not look the same as a motherfucker on the ground. But yeah, instead of what crimes do rich people commit, what crimes do rich criminals commit? Like, you know, this person is uber wealthy. Maybe uber wealthy from the crimes they committed, but it's known that they have money, and I don't even mean dirty money. A criminal with clean money, known criminal with clean money, known and active with clean money, still committing crimes. Maybe I'm just stewing in my ignorance of not knowing the answer to this question, but you wonder if not all circumstances are created equal, because that can never be, but if all things being proportionate, how about that? All things being proportionate, you have food to eat, a car to drive. I mean, okay, you have food to eat, a car to drive, you have a place to stay, your bills are paid, but you used to crime, you used to do criminal shit. Would you still do it? Would you still do it? Are you only doing crime because you're poor? Does all of a sudden your criminal past leave you? Your criminal mind, fuck your past. Your criminal mind is gonna leave you because you're wealthy now? More than likely, you wouldn't be instantly, previously, like just recently a criminal and then instantly wealthy, because most of the time you've reached the bottom of the criminal life and you then decide to go straight, no matter the cost, whether you were fed up or whatever, or shit got bad, maybe you got into some shit and motherfuckers wasn't there for you, whatever. But most of the time you reach the bottom of whatever you're in, and then you decide to change. You know, salute to the unicorn criminals who, man, I was up and I just decided to quit. But most of the time you ain't gonna quit the shit while you up. What are the chances that this will happen again? I thought about the, like, really all things that everybody was saying in the interview. Charlemagne was like, hey, stick to reality. Envy was kind of on, man, hey, if things could be something, something. The bits and pieces I got from Angelèr was some motherfuckers just do it for sport. I kill for fun. How much did it cost to, you know, maintain this car and maintain the livelihood of all the people that was a part of that crime to then go commit that crime? And you're like, man, it cost me fucking $2,300 a week just to commit crimes. You know, you possibly, basically, what is the overhead cost of a criminal? You know, if you out there doing that, what does it cost for you to eat, to live, and do all of this and do all of that for you to basically go back and do it again and keep doing it? You know what's weird about that is, yes, there may be unicorns out there who, I'm criminal yet I'm healthy. I'm criminal yet some positive thing. But for the most part, a whole lot of negativity kind of follows that. Maybe you're a family member or a friend of someone in the life or something. What do you estimate that person's life to cost? Like they're not their life, you know, what it costs for them to live on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, which most of the time it would amaze you how much money they make. Because dollar for dollar, there are so many motherfucking opportunities just off the earning potential. That's why I said, what is the overhead cost? Are you always profitable in this whole criminal thing that you're doing? Or is it just a cycle that, you know, keeps looping itself? You make just enough to come back into the shit and do the shit all over again. There ain't no motherfucking exit plan because it's kind of designed to not have one. Do some criminals cost themselves, like, I don't know, $4,000 a month, and they have the earning capacity, the acquisition capacity, or they have the capacity of acquiring $6,000, maybe just enough to be back at it again. $4,001. They up $1 every motherfucking month. I keep saying earning. To sustain, and I'm not saying every criminal costs $4,000. Quit calling them criminals. But every person who commits crime on a routine basis may not cost themselves, their overhead may not be fucking $4,000. A lot of us during the pandemic got free money one way or another. I myself, I didn't change my lifestyle. I just did more of the same thing that I was doing. You know, I think some people who got it, they was already in the stream and the flow of the better thing or the next thing. You know, most of the time, if you have a mind for money and wealth, no matter what the fuck happens, that's where you're gonna lead to. You ain't gonna make certain decisions that are fucking unwealthy, unhealthy, yada yada yada, because that's how your mind operates. So with that thinking, hey, instantly you get $20,000 and your overhead is, I don't know, $1,050 a month. You know, are you all of a sudden, do you have a reserve spot in your brain on how to operate with $20,000? No, you're probably gonna do the same $1,000 thing that you've been doing. You're just gonna do it more most of the time. That's what I think. Maybe if something dramatic happens in your life and you get some wealth and you whatever, maybe you'll quit right then. I don't know what caused any criminal or person, career criminal, whatever, to stop. But most of the time, it wasn't just economics. It wasn't just economics. Most of the time, it was something that money can't even buy, like maybe the loss of someone or some medical thing that happened, and something touches your brain or hits your mind, and whatever the fuck you was doing, you kind of transition from it. Some people have the ability to just quit. Were you even a criminal if you could just quit? But whatever. Point blank, just giving somebody money ain't gonna change them. Honestly, you could even tell somebody something. Hey, here's the exact answers to the test of life for $1 million. Number 1 is A, number 2 is B, number 3 is C. Here are the exact answers. And that still won't be enough. If your mind ain't open for it, having the answers to $1 million will just make you a millionaire. To me, having the answers to $1 million will just now make you a millionaire criminal, or whatever the fuck you was doing. And you'll likely you won't even be a millionaire criminal, because most of the time, your capacity to spend or lose money is, greater than your capacity to earn money. So more than likely, you'll just be a poorer criminal, having had $1 million instantly. I think I kind of talked in circles, went kind of all over the place. I'm not saying that I know the answers. Really, I'm just thinking, and I'm just talking out loud, I'm more than likely wrong. There's more than likely data that proves, yes, economics does change criminality. Honestly, that makes crime seem like a function of society. If something as simple as money gets rid of it. I think about that fucking show, Squid Games. There was a point in that motherfucker when they let the motherfuckers kill each other. They let them kill each other. It was part of the fucking game. So maybe you're not a criminal. You just are a life manager, or you're a fucking acquisitions procurer, some whatever the fuck. You ain't out there robbing people. You just managing acquisitions or whatever the fuck. If it's as simple as money, what if it's part of the fucking game? What if it's part of the motherfucking game? Before I go down the rabbit hole and drive myself crazy, rest in peace once again to everybody. My bias was Kodak Black is Ice. Yeah, I heard that song. I've heard it, a couple of times, and I didn't even know. I never looked at the song. I've always heard the song. I never looked at it on the computer or anything like that. So I, rest in peace to the brother, to their family, to people who will feel in their heart if it's a just feeling, in that it's a feeling, it's an emotion. Like fuck niggas sometimes. You want to be like fuck hip hop sometimes, because of the things that are part of your fucking nature, the things that are part of me. Like, I don't like every goddamn thing about me, but goddamn, like, as much as you can love the things that you do and love your people, some things fucking happen. You be like, god damn, sometimes I can't. These are the things that I don't like about us. Who the fuck would walk 100 miles just for a plate of food. You know, not even a plate of food, to go fucking rob a store for a plate of food. You pass all of these fucking fields of food that you may have to do a few things to it so it can be edible right then and there, but more than likely you to walk that 100 miles you would have passed a lot of produce, maybe a cornfield or something like that, but you did all of that to go rob somebody. You put $100 in gas in the car and drove by a bunch of jobs. You know, it ain't the thing of, you know, economics. You will only see what you see. See, me on the outside, I can say, hey, this person put $100 in gas and drove by a whole bunch of different job opportunities. But if that's not on your mind, you're not gonna see that. You're not gonna see that. You could drive by $100 in gas and this is fucked up to say. But put $100 in gas and 10 miles away from you is someone that you could rob who would have just gave it up to you with no fucking thing. With no fucking thing. You live to crime another day. You live to do your shit another day. You know? Maybe eventually, obviously, you'll get got caught and put in jail and all that other yard, but that's fucked up to say. But yeah, maybe just 10 miles away from wherever the person was a person probably with better jewelry that would have just gave it up with no problems, you know. And I think it was his pride, because I thought I heard in the interview of them having an exchange, and the dude's pride got, you know, whatever. Peace and blessings to the people, like I said, who like, man, hey, I don't want to do this anymore. Fuck music or fuck whatever you're doing. Some shit like this happens and you're like, hey, I'm out. People will maybe come into the game and fill this void. But man, there's one thing I can say is there's more to love about hip hop. There's more to love about black people. There's more to love about life than these acts. For whatever reason, I am very glad that I live in a time where evil exists, bad shit exists, but it pales in comparison to how much good there is in the motherfucking universe. It's like bad is trying to keep up with good. And the main way bad tries to keep up with good is doing something bad to somebody of status. Because most of the time, the bad things that happen to people are people who you'll never know about. You know? But, you know, bad tries to keep up with all the goodness that's around in the universe by, you know, doing shit to big people, or just doing shit in mass scale. But maybe there was a time in life, or maybe there are spots in the universe, spots on Earth, spots in America, spots in North Carolina, spots in Haiti that are just fucking bad. But for whatever reason, where I am at right now, the way that I see the world right now, there is more good, significantly more good than bad. Yes, there's not enough bad in hip hop to say fuck it. There's not enough bad in music to say fuck it. There's not enough bad in our culture to say fuck it. There's not enough bad in our culture to say fuck it. Yes, this shit, I don't want to say it is what it is, but what? I don't want to say what I just said point blank. I don't want to accept that. That's what I want to say. I don't want to accept that. I don't want to continue to accept that. And honestly, that's all that I can say about it. That's all that I can do, is say that I do not want to continue to accept these courses of action. That's all that I can say right now. That's the only action I can take towards my disdain of this action. Some greater action. The other greater action is to release this talk, to release these thoughts. But as far as I go right now, standing here, watching traffic go by, I wonder what the next level up is. A high tide raises all ships, something like that. What's the next level up for both sides? The criminal and the victim. Will I continue to just be a rapper frequenting restaurants? Or will it be, I don't know, we in outer space or some shit, and somebody tries to take one of my fucking fuel cells or whatever the fuck? Maybe that's what gets robbed and not your chain. Maybe, you know, you're flying in mid-space, in mid-air, and a gang of motherfuckers or some motherfucker, hey fool, give up your fuel cell, fool. Maybe it's like that. Maybe you technically, it's fucked up to say, but you technically died because you gave away one of your fuel cells, which lands you 3,000 miles further, 3,000 miles shorter from where you were trying to go. And this person instead got to where they needed to go to because they stole one of your fuel cells. Maybe that's the level up. Maybe that is what crime is going to be. Maybe that is how we get robbed in hip hop. We get robbed for our fuel cells. You know, your fuel cell is used to fucking power your Lamborghini spaceship. This, me robbing you of this shit can, I don't know, whatever it does on the black market, fuel cell black market. You know, who knows? Rest in peace again. I think love has peace in it, but peace is peace. Peace may not be love and all of that other stuff, but peace is most definitely peace. Peace to my reflection. As they say in the Bible or whatever. I say a lot of Bible stuff for somebody who I guess pretends to not, believe in all that, but peace be unto you. Like truly, like not even to mimic the church and all of that stuff, but truly to the listener, to the thinker, whatever, to the people mourning. I mourn for the culture right now, for the people, for my idea of this person's family, for the woman's family. I don't know why I don't even mention the woman. Peace to her too. And as mean as it might be, peace to the brother who did this. 'Cause the fucked up thing is you may not live long enough to fucking even come to a realization of what happened and do anything halfway good about it. So that feeling of death on your back puts you in a different frame of mind. So I guess peace to you, because death is gonna come collect very soon, and most of the time death doesn't you can't hang up on death like you can do all them other bill collectors. You can't ignore death's call. like you can with those other bill collectors. So, having said that, peace to you. Peace to y'all. If the driver, I don't know if death is up your way too. Probably not. It's probably just jail. It's probably something you used to, probably something you're not used to. I don't know. But for the person who did it, death is on your back, man. And to me, it is what it is. You know. So with that being as it is, a lot of shit is going through your mind right now too. So it is what it is. And even then that won't be enough. So yeah, I'ma end it here. I thank me for expressing myself. If I release this, if I live the reality of releasing it, peace and thanks to the people who listen to it. This has been Angelèr Angle. Thank you for your time. Peace be unto you. Goodbye, or see you later, or hear you later, whatever.